gosh. I mean, the emotions that I'm feeling this past couple weeks, I'm feeling excited and exhilarated and kind of sad that it's like, I don't know, I feel like, we shot this so long ago, now it's finally, it's happening, but it's also kind of coming to like an end. But you know what? I'm just going to look at it in a very positive way, that it's just it's the end of the beginning. What can we expect from Zombies 4? You can expect heart and love and drama and action and all the wild things that happen in the other past movies. Yet, I think there are two things going on in this film that, you see Nova and Victor, right? Mm-hmm. And you also see Zed and Addison, right? So there are kind of two love stories right there, which is kind of nice, which you never really had. Mm-hmm. And so that's a pretty cool thing. And then also having these two new creatures, right? Every single movie, there's only been one new creature. Yeah. So having two new creatures and going into different worlds, you get to experience a whole new thing, right? You're not in Seabrook anymore. Yeah. And, it still has that heart. It still has that just a classic zombies film. Uh-huh. But, you have these new creatures. And it makes it pretty fun. My initial reaction when I was cast as Ray, I was shocked and so just genuinely so happy inside. I was just so I just felt so warm and just to know that I was going to be a part of this franchise that I grew up watching. I mean, that's such a surreal moment and really a dream come true for me. So, I mean, my reaction to playing Ray was, I was in the tennis court playing tennis with my dad, and I got the call and I started running in circles around the court. So that was my physical reaction. I love this franchise just because there's so much heart in these movies. There's so much heart and so much friendship, and there's love, and it really encapsulates all these emotions in such a beautiful way. And so, I mean, being able to grow up with these films and watching Milo and Meg and Kylie and Chandler, I grew up with them and seeing how wonderful they are on screen, and then meeting them in person and seeing just how welcoming they are to you as a new person, a part of this, this whole family. Mm-hmm. It was a really special experience, and so this film it's gorgeous. Ray is a proud Daywalker. He's loyal to his people. He's deeply, deeply committed to their cause. He's right in the middle of the tension between the Daywalkers and the vampires, and he has a big arc, a big emotional arc, and that helps push the story along with the movie. With Nova, he's kind of like Nova's sideman, right? So he's like her right-hand man. He's always there for her, even though he wants to be the leader so bad, right? So I think showing that kind of I am a loyal Daywalker. I'm not going to let any vampires do this. I will always be on Nova's side. That's what makes Ray stand out. He's always if the vampires try to mess with us, he's in the front. He's always ready to go. Mm-hmm. That's what makes Ray stand out. I think I was definitely a little bit nervous at first, right? Because there is a huge, fun family cult following with this franchise. But when I first got there and being there with the OGs, they just made us feel part of the family instantly, and that just let so much of the stress go away. And they were like, we're just gonna have so much fun, and we're just gonna welcome you here, and we're gonna put this movie out. It's gonna be a great, great, beautiful, wonderful thing for Disney. So I think, to answer your question in 2 words, yes, it was definitely stressful at first, but they, helped us. We definitely were. I mean, shooting New Zealand was incredible. It was really incredible. I mean, the scenes, the scenic there is just, it's so beautiful. Unlike anything I've really ever seen. Mm-hmm. There's, we shot on cliffs and on beaches and inside of caves and on mountains and in forests. Mostly everything you see in this movie is real. It's except for the few parts that we shot inside of a studio. So shooting New Zealand was wonderful. Yes, to answer the second part of this question, we went out and we would have fun dinners, we'd have game nights, and we'd play all these games outside, and we'd just go hang out and have lunch, and we had a great time. And Milo and Meg, I mean, gosh, where do I even start with them? They feel like, I mean, Milo is just, he welcomes everyone in. It was such a nice way of just, he just has such a good, pure heart. He just makes everyone feel so welcome, and Meg is just so supportive. So they are like the best duo. I mean, you can expect, you know, these, as you said, these performance numbers, these big dances, these big songs. It's very, very high energy. You can expect some, you know, fun, family-friendly, just great dancing through conflict, which is also, that's so, you know, I actually haven't really mentioned this ever before, but I just thought about this, but it's kind of like West Side Story. You know how like they're dancing a lot and they're dancing through like the fights and that kind of stuff? I feel like they do that in a way more PG way. But I think that's such a cool thing, you know? And I think the hardest thing for these dances, I think, you know, it's challenging, and the part that's challenging for me is that I just really want to get it right, and I want it to look good, so people watch this film and they, you know, they're impressed by it, and they like it, and they want to watch it multiple times. But you know, the choreographers Draco Johnson, Taya Wilde, and Riley Bourne, they are spectacular. They really, really are. They helped us, and they were so supportive. We got a month of rehearsals before, and so we really got to work it. And when we got on set, we were all super locked in. Freya does an amazing job in this film. She's so good. And my character Ray, he has a lot of moments where he has some jokes. And when you first meet him in this film, he has a joke. And Freya, she couldn't stop cracking up. She couldn't stop laughing. And that made me laugh. And then Jono, who plays like the Commander Bright, he plays like Noah's dad. We all, once Freya started laughing, I started laughing, then he started laughing. And it just took us so long to do it. But that's the fun about filming, you know? When you have like a family on set like this and you just connect like that, you just have a great time. Ray is very, you know, he's all about the Daywalkers. That is Ray. So I would say I would want him to, you know, really connect with the vampires as well, and that kind of stuff. Or maybe he becomes, you know, like a second in command type leader to Nova, right? Like maybe that happens. So we'll see how it goes. But I think whatever comes with Ray, I'd be happy to do. 4 words for Zombies 4. Let's go heartfelt, upbeat, and joyful family. I think people should tune in because we put a lot of work into this film, and for people who have watched these past 3 and who have loved it, it's just, you know, we put so much heart, and everyone, every crew person, you know, behind the scenes, everyone like that, they put everything they have in this film. So, you know, combining all 3 and putting that together to make this 4th movie it's gonna be big. It brings everything to life, and it's a lot of fun.